We're back. The run-up in Activision shares is bringing out the skeptics today. Bernstein has downgraded the stock to underperform. They say high hopes for new games has made the stock too expensive. It's our call of the day. But they raised the price target to 43 from 41, but they go underperform. So what do y'all want to do with this one?
I want to know who had this paper yesterday, Scott. Because we had unusual activity in this name. So I own that. I'll take that on. Pete talked about it on the show yesterday for unusual activity, Activision. And on the long side or short side? On the long side. Okay. And instead of this being, oh, John's patting himself on the back, he's always right. No, I'm saying this read was exactly right, but whoever was buying these calls was dumping out of the stock, Scott, in a big way yesterday. And you couldn't really tell, was that happening just because of broad market conditions? You know what I mean? But whatever the reason, somebody decided, you know what, I'm going to be getting out of the stock. I still want to be in, just like that upgrade you just spoke of from 41 to 43. That's like, you know, kissing your sister, I guess. You say they wanted to still be there in this trade, but they didn't want as much risk. So they dumped out of the stock and they own these calls instead. And whoever was buying all those calls yesterday probably had a hint that this thing was coming.
Is it time to dump out of the stock, as Doc's talking about? 25% rally since late May. You own Electronic Arts.
The answer
instead of this one.
The direct answer to your question is no, it is not time to dump the stock. I will admit I did a double take when you said after the run-up in this name, because if you put up a one-year chart of this thing, and I know because I'm in EA, the sector has just been decimated over the last year. Activision's down 38%.
Yeah.
Look, it's
everything. Wow. I mean, you're right.
It's a big
EA
down.
Is down 20.
It's been exactly, and that's the outperformer, right? It's been a bloodbath. And what has happened is a number of things, okay? Fortnite, a year and a half ago, came out and absolutely stole market share from these companies. Then you had individual missteps with various product launches at each of these companies. But frankly, at this point, I'm not saying today is the bottom, Scott. You can never do that. But boy, it feels a heck of a lot closer to the bottom than it does to the top.
Why have you been riding this all the way down to what you think may be a bottom?
It's been a mistake. I mean, hey, you look at the chart on EA, that's been a mistake.
I mean, you just gave me the perfect reason of why you should have been skeptical.
Yep.
Fortnite's doing this. There's another, there's that doing that,
Listen,
how do you analyze
if I were right
stocks?
100% of the time, you wouldn't see me as much as you do.
I own this stock. It was actually a pretty big position of mine. I haven't owned it for 3 years. I missed a blip, but Bobby Kotick, who's the CEO, sold half his position, which is pretty substantial, and that led me to sell. So I liked it because of the gaming arena and the esports teams, but they're not really doing much. It's too fickle. Tastes are too fickle. I don't know what the competing game's going to be. I don't know what the new technology is. It's unanalyzable. So
can I say one thing that's important? And I'm sorry, Jamie, but EA is so much more attractively priced than the others. That's why I'm in that. That's the one I would pick. And frankly, you mentioned esports. They're learning how to monetize that, but they're the leader there. I'm sorry, Jenny.
No, fickle's exactly the word I use on this, too. And I look at this and I'm like, what's really so different between Activision, EA, than Abercrombie & Fitch and Urban Outfitters? You're dependent on a fickle consumer and you don't know where they're going. Yeah, these are fashion stocks with really high multiples.